Carlene, I remember one of your questions from earlier was, oh my gosh. Oh, what do you say if they want to email you, right? Or like they ask you to email them? What should you say in those emails? Okay, so, oh, and you're on mute, by the way. Here, let me ask to unmute real quick.
Hey, that's it.
There you
Yeah, I was talking to myself.
go. No worries, no worries.
Yeah, so some people are saying, "Oh yeah, send me some info." And I know it's them just fobbing me off, but I would still like to send something,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure what to send.
Yeah, so in my opinion, if you're reaching out to people and like they're saying, yeah, let me send me an email or something, they could be just trying to like, easier way of saying no. But what I would do is I would send them a Loom video just like we send to, cold prospects. I think it'll actually hit better because like, one, if you say send an email, people are expecting long text, boring stuff, but like it's also unique that you would be sending an email. The only thing that would be different is the opener of that Loom video. I would if you haven't had any dialogue with the person yet, I would get the email address, I would confirm it, and then I would just send them like, "Hey, it's Carlene, great talking to you. I'll shoot you an email here in about an hour or so. Just confirm that you got this email. I just want to make sure I got the right email. So that way, when they say yes, then you can come back and send a Zoom or a Loom video. And I'd say the same thing. Hey, it was wonderful speaking with you. So I'd obviously called you about X, Y, and Z, told me to shoot you an email. I figured I'd just go ahead and screen share because I actually found you guys running ads, or I saw this was great about you, but you're probably not converting. And again, it'd be almost the textbook same Loom videos or Loom screen. So yeah, so we'd love to 10 to 15 minutes to actually hop on and show you how this could work specifically for your business and kind of give you a more tailored demo. So that's what I would do. But I would not show them anything on there. Again, create enough curiosity to where it's like, oh, I got to see. So you guys are doing X, Y, and Z. You're getting leads. They're not converting. So we just developed a brand new tool specifically for roofers just like you, and it'll actually help you turn more of these leads into actual roof replacements. So if that sounds cool, I'd love to get on there for like 10 to 15 minutes. I can show you the inner workings. And then if you want to use the free script too, you can be like, also, I'd be more than happy to let you guys try it out for free just to show or prove to you that it works. And then that should be, they're not going to expect a Loom video. They're not going to expect you to say that. They're also not going to expect you to work for free. I'd be very hard pressed if those people didn't get on a actual call with you.
Got it. That sounds perfect, and I feel comfortable saying that. So that's excellent. Thank you.
Oh, no
Now,
problem.
I'm using the tool that Charles gave us, and then I just get that CSV, and I'm just going through the list. Now, actually, it would be easier if I could share my screen. May I share my
Please,
screen?
yeah. Does it let you?
Okay. Um, yes, it does.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. So here is my list. So as I get roofers, double glazing, car detailing, whatever, I just pop them down there. And then what I've done up here is all the different possible outcomes that I could have. And then I just put a one in, whatever people say, so that at the end of the day, I can tally up at the
Beautiful.
end of the day, end of the week. Now, I was just wondering if there's a better way to manage these leads and people's responses. Now, here I've got a notes section. Where's my notes section? Notes here, like if I'm going to call them, they say, "Oh, call back in 10 minutes," and I'll put that there. The ones in green are where they say send an email. So I look at those and I'm like, I don't know what to send. I need to
Yeah.
wait until I see you guys. But I put those notes there. What is the yellow? I can't remember what the yellow was. But yeah, I was just wondering if there's a better way to manage this. I don't really know how to manage cold
To
leads.
be honest, I mean, this is very similar to what I had set up for myself. I mean, people always tell me, put it in high level. That's what it's for. But like that just slowed me down. I'd rather just rip and roll
Yeah.
on the dials. And like, I'm a spreadsheet guy too. So like, honestly, I don't know of a better way that I would do it personally. If anybody has any feedback on that, but I can run through a spreadsheet a lot faster than I can drag cards or put notes in this one section of a CRM. So like, I know that's kind of blasphemy because we talk about high level and stuff, but honestly, I would continue using it like that. I mean, it's unsexy, unautomated, but until like we're at the point where we're, leads are coming in on autopilot via like ads or anything like that, I think that's probably the best way that I would recommend doing it.
Okay, because I know we have high level, but I guess I'm a very visual person and I like to see at a glance, where am I? Who did I call yesterday? Where did I get the no-shows? Who do I need to call
Exactly. You're
again?
like me. Like that's why a spreadsheet, even though I sell high level for a living, like it's like the spreadsheet's easier for me to like run through in this particular instance where we're doing cold outreach. So,
Yeah. Now what I'm doing, this is going to sound really foolish, but I didn't realize dials meant cold call. Say you're going to call 100 people a day. I didn't actually realize that meant just dial. So you can call somebody who was a no-show, who was a no answer the day before. And I thought, oh, okay. So that means I don't have to scrape 500 leads if I want to do 500 dials. So what I'd been doing now was the people who said no, I would start with those. So tomorrow, all the people who were no answers, that's what I meant by no answers. I go back and I start with them,
Oh, I
and
like that.
then I go to
Yeah, it
the
doesn't have
new
to be like
list. That's
100
the
fresh. Yeah, no, it's just 100.
yeah, I
You were doing it the
thought it
hard
was
way.
yes, that's what I thought. I'm like, this is exhausting. And then it just occurred to me, why don't I call the no answers? Because but then when I'm doing that, then it messes up my numbers because there's already a one there. So I don't know if that makes sense what I'm
Mm.
trying to
Well,
say.
so the only thing I did when I had my spreadsheet, it was I had first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, and then after three, I didn't really like follow up much beyond that. So like in yours, and I didn't even do the tally part. Like I like that where you put in the one and then it adds up the totals at the end because that's just an easy equation. But I would do like first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, all the way up to if five, if like the maximum. And that way you would just tally those because then you would know at the end too, like, oh, 22 first attempts didn't answer or did answer, out of the second attempts, how many? Because that would also give you some really good data. Like, oh, by calling these people three times, I'm converting
Yeah.
or I'm getting one in 10 out of the third attempts to answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So in my columns, just add three more columns, first attempt, second attempt, third attempt. That's the only thing that I need to add. Is that
Yeah,
right?
honestly, like your spreadsheet looked a lot nicer than mine. Mine was very similar, but like not as color coded and no equations in there. So I do like your process a lot better. But yeah, to mitigate the knowing if you called them once or twice, yeah, just adding those extra columns for that would be pretty easy.
Okay, alrighty, that's perfect. Now, one day when you were showing us how to do the Facebook ads library, you
Mhm.
were also showing us how to refine the list that we had. So once you got your people from the Facebook ads library, you then had a look at those people to see if they were worth calling.
Mhm.
Now, I can't remember how you did that because right now I'm just calling anyone and
Yeah.
everyone because I just need the practice.
Yeah.
But I feel if I were to refine, like maybe after I hit 500, I think I should refine. Um, I remember you looking at their socials and seeing that they had a certain number of likes and seeing that they, I think, were posting currently and some other things, but I couldn't remember
Yeah.
what all of
Yeah.
that.
Literally only two things. So here, let's go all. Oops, my windows are in the way here. This would be good. Refresh for everybody here. You can see my recent searches. Always searching the car detailer space. So PPF's a common paint protection film. So I'll get my
Mm.
list here, and boom, there we go. Permanent. I just seen them yesterday. Um, so all I'm looking for, there's only two things. I just want to make sure that they posted recently. And when I say recently, 30, 45 days is about like my max because I just want to make sure that they're likely to actually respond to me if I reach out to them. I need to make sure that they have a message button because some people actually don't have this. They don't allow for messages, and it's if they don't have that and I make a Loom video, it sucks because waste a minute or so. But so again, posted recently, that's awesome. And then good reviews or no reviews. So 0 reviews is perfectly fine. Good reviews is awesome. If they have like a 50 or like really bad review rating, I stay away from those businesses because I just personally don't want to drive more business to a company that sucks. But that's my only prerequisites. Message
Yeah,
button
yeah.
posted recently, good or no reviews.
Okay, so you don't really take note of the amount of followers they have or anything
Nah, I
like
don't care. I
okay.
mean, this one's pretty truly incredible. I've never seen a company with that many followers, to be honest. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I don't really care about that much. The only other thing that you might look out for, and this is very uncommon. As a marketer, though, I used to run like basic pages, like because a lot of times, especially with the health and wellness space, a lot of my clients would have pages or ad accounts banned, and I have to start up new ones. And that's actually kind of common practice for some bigger agencies. They'll run, instead of it being like a specific brand, it might say body contouring of Austin. And if I dig a little deeper, like if it's a generic name like that, and again, this is most likely you don't need to do any of this stuff. I would just look and see if it has a physical address. And then if I can look that up in Google to see that it's actually a real business. A lot of times, like I wasn't putting physical addresses because I'd either run multiple clients on one page that was like a generic thing, or again, I spun up the page as the marketing company and my clients never saw it. So just as long as it looks like a real page, but like I spend no less than 30 seconds like checking most of
Sure.
these, unless I see like this doesn't necessarily look like a real page. Please turn the air on, dude. I'm sweating. Yeah. Thank you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's very helpful.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Cool. Cool.
That's great. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right. I got Jamal. Then I got Blake and Alexis. And then, of course, I'll check chat as well. Thank you. Spotlights. Jamal.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Blessed to be here, and appreciate that breakdown, man. I kind of was it was very thorough and kind of like I guess changed the way I was thinking about everything and just like keeping it simple.
Did it hit
Like
home? Like you were like, damn, that's exactly where I'm at.
it's exactly where I'm at, and that's exactly where I'm trying to be. So I'm like, yeah, it hit home, man.
Dude,
Appreciate it.
I spent so much time. I'm glad to hear that. So thank you for telling me that. But like I spent so much time and I was literally like, man, what did I feel like here? What was I doing? What was like the thing that kept me from going faster? And I was like, dude, I wish I was there to like tell 7-year-old or 7 years older Jeff, like, stop doing that stuff. So
Yeah, I need to study that after this call, bro. Like it was right on point, like where I'm at. It's funny too, like when you start doing something that works, like how we have a tendency to start doing something new.
I
And
know it's the weirdest thing ever.
yeah, like I started with the free trials. I got like my first 5 people. I went to in-person demo,
Uh-huh.
uh, did 5 free trials, and then I just stopped doing it.
And
And
now you're like,
I
why can't I
started.
get clients?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And now, well, that leads me to my question, man. So, I've been running paid ads,
Mhm.
and I'm actually spending $100 a day.
Let's
Third day.
go. Okay.
Yeah, I started. I said, "Hey, man, I'm going all in." So I just took the budget from, last time I was running, I think it was at like 20. I'm like, I'm gonna go for
Hey,
100.
5x, dude. Let's go. Plus, plus.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to go fast. Like Jeff said, I can go slow and get the data slow. So I'm like, man, let
Yeah.
me just do it.
Good
So
stuff.
yeah, so I wanted to ask you like how long should a demo call be? And I was looking at my last 2 demos and I looked at them because I'm doing it with doctors, chiropractors.
Yeah.
And they both were over 60 minutes. And one so I booked 3 appointments, two showed and the other one didn't.
That's
On
good.
those two appreciate it. On those 2 calls, the first one after like 60 minutes on a call, he's like, "Yeah, I got a patient appointment coming up." So I
Uh-huh.
didn't even get to show him like the live demo. I was doing so much talking and showing like
Okay.
calls that happened and stuff like that. So we're supposed to have a follow-up call today, which he actually rescheduled. Second one went pretty good. She was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely want to go with you guys. I was considering this other company, but you guys are way better." And the good stuff.
Yeah.
So I gave a one-time offer. She like, "I love the offer. Could you extend it for me to tomorrow?"
Mhm.
So here it is tomorrow, reschedule. So
Mm.
I'm thinking like my problem is I need to get better at sales and maybe shorten the demo call. Like, hey, if this
Yeah.
is something you want, I can give you that quick demo. And I was just wondering like, yeah, how long do you think and what advice would you give me so far?
Yeah, so a couple things. So I try to keep my demos and everything down to like 30, 40 minutes max. If they're beyond 40 minutes, you're probably too chatty, which happens. Two things you can do. Make sure like if you're using that script, set expectations properly. If you find that you're running over consistently, which it sounds like you are, I would maybe add something in there. Like, so make a copy of that script, set expectations, and say, also, I am back to back on calls today. So if I sound like I'm talking fast, I just want to make sure I show you all the info I need to show you today. And so we have plenty of time for questions before my next call. That does a couple things. Helps you stay on task. And then if stuff does get too chatty, you can say, hey, no, I want to hear more about this, but I want to get to showing you this demo before my next call. And you keep reverting that to that. You also need to keep more of a powerful frame versus the chiropractor's like, sorry, I got a patient. You're going to have to wait. You're like, oh, no, I got another call. I'm going to have to
Yeah,
ask your question fast type of thing. The other
right.
thing that you get to do is when you do that and set those expectations, I mean, you'll typically stay on task. This is why I don't like ask about weather. I really don't let stuff get like too off the beaten path. I set the expectation. My call goes pretty much exactly how I show everybody. So like if it was me and you, I'd say, Jamal, good to see you, man. Real quick, are we waiting for anybody else or it's just you today? Just you? Okay, cool, man. Just want to set proper expectations for this call. I'm going to have a few questions to ask you about your business. If I feel like you're a good fit, I'm going to make you an offer at the end of this call. And if you like it, hopefully we'll move forward. And if not, no worries, no foul. Hopefully we'll see something cool today. Sound good? Awesome, man. Real quick. So let's get right to it. I know your time's important. Real quick, what are you guys doing to actually get traffic? Like, you guys running ads? Like, how do you guys get customers for your business? And again, so like now it's like you wait till I ask something, then you're responding. Then if I want to dig more, I can. I just go through my series of questions. Like, I immediately have the power of that call. Like, it's like, this is how it's going to go, and then I'm sticking straight to it.
Yeah, see, I think I asked these open-ended questions, and some of the prospects will just give me this long-winded answer, and I need
Like
to like
what?
cut them off. So like first question I asked, I'm like, what's the one problem or challenge that you were looking to get solved with the AI receptionist or whatever I'm selling, and then they'll go like, hey, it was this, but then it's this, and this, and then they'll start answering other questions I even asked,
Yeah.
and then I don't really I end up talking to them too long too, so I take some accountability
Okay.
too. So I,
Two things. Send me when you can. Send me your page, not on here because I don't want anybody to like go and screw up your pixel and data. But like, send me your ads. I want to look at them. I just want to see what they're seeing before they hop on a call with you. But instead of asking open-ended questions, most people, even when I was running ads, weren't coming on and like I wouldn't ask them like, "What do you want in this to solve?" necessarily because they didn't necessarily know much about it. I would ask those questions on the client conversion script. Maybe I would do like a reframe. So like if you were saying this, that, okay, so what it sounds like I'm hearing is you guys are really having a tough time with actually being able to follow up with these leads. And you think that an AI receptionist would help you get to them faster so you're not losing them to competitors, right? And now you're nodding your head. Now you're saying, yes, it's not an open-ended question. Now you're agreeing that what I have is like good for you. So I would ask questions that positively reinforce and make them say the answer that I'm looking for, if that makes sense. I know that sounds a little like
yeah,
psychological warfare, but like instead of asking an open-ended question so we don't get too far off the beaten path, and then if they respond like, yeah, well, I just think this, that, okay, so it sounds like you're suffering from wearing too many hats in the business. And again, I'm just kind of like reframing different ways of saying like, you're doing too much, let me take this off of your plate type of thing. But I'm
right.
really putting the yes, and the head nod into you with the question, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Definitely makes sense. So like I'll ask like a few straightforward questions after that,
Mhm.
but I kind of like use that as like the hot button, like that first question, so like I know. But
Yeah.
that's 100%. I need to just assume because I literally know why they're on the call. I know what problems they have already, but I like to ask them and let them, tell me. So appreciate
Another
that.
another thing that'd be very helpful for you, and I don't want to take credit for this one. I think I saw this somewhere in Hermosi's content, but like association or labeling. So essentially, if I was talking to you, I might say something like I just said a moment ago. So it sounds like you would benefit from this with an AI employee because of this, right? Yes. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but most chiropractors I work with, or most businesses just like you, they're struggling with this, and it would be a godsend if I could do this for you, right? And again, so it's like most people like you are doing this, and they're having this problem. They're like, yeah, and this is how we help them, and that would be great, right? So now they're like associating with these other people that already work with you, and then so does that make sense? Like so now it's like
Yeah,
labeling, and it's
yeah.
like okay, now they're falling into the same boat just like everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I need to shorten like the length of the questions that I'm asking too. Like so I literally ask like 13 questions before I start the demo, which I really don't need to
I
ask
mean, there's
all of
13
them.
on there. Like it's I think it's literally 13. It's like what 9 and then 10 through 13 or something on the scripts is like asking.
Yeah, so I'm not actually using the script that you
Man, get
have.
off
I
the
had
call. No, I'm just kidding.
I had a script ahead of time. It's kind of similar to what you're doing and it was working. Like I said, I did the five
And
calls,
then you
so
try to do something new.
it is slightly new, but I think I'm gonna try your script, and like I said, I think I just need to cut the chatter a little bit, like you said, and
All right,
just
yeah.
I guess
Do me
keep
a favor.
flowing.
Try the script. Ask the questions on there. Cut the chat like just like I said. And then next time when you come to the call, just hit me with the side eye and be like, and I already know. Yep. Okay. It worked. All
I got you.
right.
I got you. I got you. We'll do like it's very similar to what you got on the script. I've seen the script. You set the expectations, you ask these calls, and then you kind of go into like the demo. I'm doing something very similar. It's probably just not exactly like you doing it, but I'll go into it and make it more so exactly like how
So
you're
you're
doing.
reinventing the wheel when the wheel works.
I guess so, man. I guess so. I
I don't know
guess
why
so.
we all do that though, man. I'm the same way. So, but
Yeah.
I would just encourage trying it the next few calls. I think it'll help you keep authority and like consistency with your calls. Again, biggest thing also is maybe add in that setting expectations, like just to let you know, even if you don't have any other calls, just to let you know, our ads have been doing really, really well. The same one you came off of, I got a bunch more calls lined up today. So if I'm talking fast, it's just because I want to ask all the right questions and actually get to giving you a demo today. So I apologize in advance if I start talking too fast. But then again, now you get to come back to that. Hey, no, I'd love to talk more about this and like steer the conversation back into the, the path
Right.
we want it to
Got you.
go.
Okay, I'll implement that. Appreciate it. And I wanted to ask you something else too about
What's
like
that?
the ads. So like I have an ad that's booking like $30 appointments and another one is booking like $50 appointments.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just wondering like when would you kill like I guess the test because I'm literally testing like 10 different ads
Mm-hmm.
in two different ad sets and I'm wondering like when would you kill it? So like I'm spent probably like $300 on it and so far 3 appointments, but
That's pretty good though. I mean, how long? How many days have you been running it? I mean, 300. So 3 days.
this is the third day. I think when I
Okay.
checked it this morning, it said it spent like $310, something like that.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I'd probably go like 7 to 10 days if you could. 7 to 10 days at that same because $100 appointment's actually pretty solid. Like when ours kind of stabilized, we were sitting at like 125 to 150 an appointment. Um,
Really?
so that's actually pretty good. Now I will say
Mm,
also when we first started our campaigns, we were getting 75 to $85 appointments, and then it like crept up. So like when it starts to creep up, and we're not seeing like 100 or 110, $120 appointments, that's when I would consider like adjusting things. The thing that's tough with ads is, and I forgot who explained this. I don't want to take credit for this one either. It's like you can kill ads that are quote unquote not performing. But I noticed when we started doing that, we would kill some ads that looked like they weren't performing. But there's such thing as like people seeing you so many different times, and then the one they finally decided to take action on being the one, and they equated it to like a basketball game. And it's like you got your shooters, and then the people that are assisting and passing the ball. It's like, well, if you take the people that are passing the ball out, your shooters don't get the ball. And I was like, that's a great way to put it. So it's kind of hard to dictate that. So I would give it longer of time to see if we stayed
the
at
other one.
$100 per appointment, or is it starting to creep up? And then I think we'll have more data to see like, okay, yeah, these ones are definitely getting the most reach. And even if it's only 2 booking appointments, I would look at the reach on the other ones and then truly kill the ones that are just underperforming or not getting spend. Because the ones that are not getting spend at all, those are probably not in rotation as much and probably not contributing much to your results. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and I've seen that because like I did that move before, and then the winners they kind of start slowly not working.
Exactly. You take your people that give the assists. I was like, that's the
Yeah,
best way I've ever heard it. So
it makes sense. No, it makes sense. So like right now, I have a few ads that still aren't really getting that much spin. So you saying just leave it, let it run
that's fine. Let it
for.
run some more. Yeah. I mean, the other thing with Andromeda, like these new updates and the gem update, is you probably could just throw some new ads in the mix, but I wouldn't before like 7 days. You could probably just throw some new ads in the mix, and it will probably just kind of find and prioritize those if they're better. And you could probably just leave the other ones running. I mean, you're not doing any absurd amount of creatives. Like sometimes we'll run 100 creatives. You're doing 10, so I don't think you have too much saturation. You could probably just throw some in the mix without even killing any, and probably be all right.
Okay, appreciate it, Jeff. And another thing, what outreach method would you do in conjunction with the with what I'm doing with for doctors? Like, would you do like cold calls, looms, reach out to some of the Indeed posts that they have? Like, what would you do in conjunction with it? Because I wanna.
Only things I've ever done with like doctors, chiropractors is Loom videos tend to work pretty well. And I think also if you're like offering like a free trial type of thing with your Loom videos, then that could work extremely well. Because if you just tell them like, hey, just so you know, I'm not like every other guy trying to sell you something. I'll literally let you try this thing for free. That's how confident I am. That'll probably get you a lot of people to like bite. The other thing though with doctors is finding common denominators like power partners. So like I found distributors that supply them with like the different things they need to operate, whether it's the neon track or back on track type things or the shock waves and soft waves. There's different distributors that sell all that stuff. Even the little tissue that goes on the adjustment beds that they swap out in between patients. There's
Mm,
usually big companies that supply tons of docs, and I would probably start trying to make a hit list of those people, find those people on LinkedIn or wherever, and reach out to them and see what you could, do you offer, paid promotion to your list, or is there a partnership or a joint venture opportunity here? Because a lot of times they'll literally just let you pay to be on their list. So as a vendor,
got you.
so
So
I like
that's a
that. I like
good.
going after the one target, many
That
of
has
those.
everybody because they
Hmm.
all come and buy stuff from them. That's
Yeah.
genius. Okay, appreciate that, Jeff. So I'll try something else and Secondly, I'm not running a free trial exactly with the ads right now, but do you
Okay.
recommend that? Because that's like literally how I started. Like you said, you would do that till you got like 10, 15
Well, so with,
people.
with with ads, it's different though, because like I mean, you can't afford to sustain doing free
Yeah.
trials with ads. I don't care who you are. I mean, that's tough for us to sustain at scale. Like, so I would be charging on the ads, and then I would be doing the manual outreach and offering free trials on the back end of
Okay.
the manual outreach. Like, so because again, if it's not costing me money to get it, I can then give a free trial. One of the reasons, like when you get to level 5 or 6 on the roadmap, is having that operating income, and you have to start charging high tickets, so then you can put more money back into the ads. You can't. Nobody here. I mean, there's very few people that can afford to just give free trials and wait to collect. Having to spend all this money on ads. So
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I see where you're coming from. I was thinking like maybe with the offer I'm doing, I'm saying actually get 30 days for free. But on the call, I'm actually pitching them, a small setup.
yeah,
14, I just added a money back guarantee. And
right.
and then what is it? I think 297 a month starting out. Just so I can get the ads working and get an offer working, and then I could possibly,
Well, see, I
reinvest.
like that. Like you're offering free, and it is truly free. They just pay a setup fee. So I'd continue
Then
doing
they
that
get
because then
30
that gives you
days free.
cash. And then if it's 14.97, you're charging for the setup fee. You got 15 more days of marketing, and if we can figure out these numbers, like, I mean, you're in a good spot if you're creating cash flow there. So
Yeah, I started high on the setup. I'm literally taking it down to like 300. Like just
300.
just yeah, just trying to get like cuz I'm targeting solo doctors. They're not making much,
Yeah,
but they're tired of wearing all the hats.
gotcha.
So,
Okay. Well, so I
yeah.
mean, you can again just know your metrics though, because I mean, if you're not getting a client every 3 days, then you're losing money by charging $300. I mean, it's all a math game, and you can absolutely charge doctors more than that. I mean, 500 to 1,000. You got to think about it too. A lot of these doctors, even if they're solo operators, guys, they have Amex, they have Visa, they have Mastercard. Like they should be able to put this stuff on a card. Like, and I started thinking like that because man, I've maxed out hella credit cards, going to coaching programs and this and that, taking the risks, and I'm not a doctor. Like I don't even have like a physical business, so I know these people are willing to do that type of stuff. Um, so I mean, I would consider and encourage charging more because you have to. Because unless you're getting a client every 3 days, it doesn't mathematically make sense to
Right.
do that.
See, this is how I was thinking because like literally I've had, clients churn the longest I guess the shortest churn I've had is like 6, 7 months. So I'm
Damn.
thinking like, hey, if I get one in and they stay 6, 7 months, I'm still okay if I spend like, 300 or a little more to
You
acquire.
are, but there's that delicate balance. I mean, as long as you have enough operating income right now to spend three
To
thousand
keep
dollars a
putting it back
month,
in.
yeah, as long as you have that, that's fine. But if you want to scale, there's absolutely no way you could scale unless you are making more than you were spending. Otherwise, I mean, you have like a slow fuse that's going to detonate at some point. If you
Makes
so
sense.
again, you got to do the math, like forecast it a little bit more out. Even though you have a higher lifetime value when you're smaller, big companies can do that. A lot of us little guys, when we're starting, we,
Yeah.
we don't. It sounds good in theory, but that
It
fuse
makes sense.
runs
Yeah, it
out pretty
makes
quick.
sense.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, Jeff. I'll let somebody else go, man. Appreciate you answering
Okay.
my questions.
No
Hey,
problem.
Jamel, I want to throw out just a comment.
Yeah, go
I'm a
ahead.
Yeah.
physician. The
Okay.
chiropractor who's bad mouthing you or at least poor mouthing you, he'll go out to dinner and spend $300.
Literally. Yeah.
Okay. So if he's seeing patients, losing patients is going to cost him more money than what it's going to cost to hire you.
I'm telling you, the
Appreciate that.
chiropractors got money, even the small one, and they're conditioned to spend money on marketing in school. Like they're one of the smaller or few professions that they go to school and they're taught to spend money to grow in most cases. So
Appreciate that, Richard. Appreciate that, Jeff. So I need to start thinking bigger as far as like what I'm charging them because
yes,
I literally started charging them with 497 and it was working, but those guys they had like at least 4 or 5 staff members, so
uh-huh.
I considered like, hey, maybe that's a price for
So,
them.
so real quick, and now I get to the next person. But like, the one thing you should do with this though is like put qualifications in your ads. Like, hey, if you're a chiropractor with at least 2 or 3 staff members, get this free. And again, make them go through like a quiz funnel. Like a lot of people are afraid to add friction into their process because they think more leads is better. But if you're getting all the wrong people and it's crippling your ability to charge more, then it's not working out in your favor. I literally like if you saw my ads and the client getting ads, I'm like, for weight loss and body contouring centers,
Yeah.
spending at least $2,000 a month on ads. And then there's a questionnaire like, are you spending this much? And if not, it's like, sorry, you're not a good candidate. If you are, book an appointment. But it says it like 3 times. So like, and when I get on the call, I'm like, are you spending this much on, like, well, you're probably not a good fit for this. So
Got
protect
you.
your time. But again, you can qualify. And then also the person that's like, oh yeah, I got 3 or 4 staff. Like how you said the roadmap, you're like, man, that like hit, that resonated. Same type of thing. Oh man, I'm a chiropractor with 2 or 3 staff and I can get a free thing. Like it's like part of being like a cool kids club.
Got you. Got you. Appreciate. So I am running a survey. I'm just not asking a revenue question in there. So maybe I'll add that and
Yeah,
see.
there you go. Ask revenue, or staff members is another way to figure out how big they are or how
I
much they're
do.
spending on
I
marketing.
do.
Okay.
And they all said just me. And
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
literally, yeah. So appreciate it though, Jeff. And I'll
Oh, no
send you the
problem.
funnel. I'll send you
Bet.
the funnel.
Please do. Please do.
Appreciate it.
All right, real quick, let's get to Blake and Alexis. Then I got Scott, and then I got Wadner, then Kathy, and then I will get to the chat as well. I think I got some comments from YouTube too. It's pretty cool. All right, Blake, let me spotlight you. Oh, where'd you go?
We
Blake?
ran away.
Oh, we ran away. Sorry, my bad.
He,
No worries. Okay, there you go.
There you
he's
go.
moving technical stuff before the vision. Um,
There we go.
just so
There we go.
everyone knows the pen and paper here. We have a call tomorrow and literally on a napkin because J.K. Rowling used napkins to write her books, so I can too. It's real. We really would appreciate if you could please eliminate 3 hours of a very healthy marriage debate
Constructive.
Okay,
constructively.
let's see. I don't no
Can
pressure, right?
you
Yeah, none.
can
Zero.
you use us as an example in this roadmap? And we're at 1997 a month for the
Okay.
MRR with one client, right? So we kind of
Beautiful.
fit into like 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Like where do we start? How would we go to where we're just able to run?
To be honest, like I would, the roadmap's not going to differ too much, like case by case. Like, so you only have one client. Now, fortunately, your one client is $2,000 a month. That's incredible. Obviously, if we could find more of those, that'd be a beautiful thing, right? But I would still go after, because right now, I remember when you got the client and they paid like what, $10,000 to set it up, right? Yeah, I remember paid a hefty fee, but I think
It's split into payments, but yeah,
okay, but that was what, 30-ish days ago, roughly. I think it was like February 20.
60-ish days ago.
Okay, see, so we're going for the big home run right now, whereas in this time frame, even though we got this big well, I would probably still be going after and trying to give some more free trials out, just to have those trials. And if I got 10, 15 people on trial right now, then a lot of those are probably going to convert to, even if it's $297 or $497, you guys could probably charge more because you're a little bit more confident in the process now. But I'd be trying to build that base up of like 5 to 10 clients of just the recurring side while still looking for those home run type clients. Now, this one client that we have, this $2,000, if I did reach out and find another client like that, then I might not offer the free trial. I might just pitch them on the full price, but I would be looking at other industries and offering those free trials to other ones just to broaden my chances and increase that MRR.
Okay, because we have a niche in mind, right? So like with the level 5, but our MRR doesn't match to run ads and stuff like that for that yet.
Yeah.
And so just keep the broad net going until we hit that, and then
Yes,
skyrocket.
that's never going to change. I mean, unless you just back to back close like 3 or 5 clients at this $10,000, $2,000 a month, I think we found our niche if we can like recreate that. But right now, and this is not like a shot to you, like it's a one-off scenario.
No.
Like it's like a unicorn client.
Yeah.
My first client, I didn't make $10,000 plus 2,000 a month, so like that's pretty incredible. So I would just be playing the game of like the safety game. Go get those 10 clients. The other thing too is like you got this one client, it's $2,000 a month, and he might be a dream to work with, but you might also find like 3 or 4 other types of businesses, and you might find one you're really passionate about, and that might be the niche that we go after. That's why I wouldn't even encourage going specific until we have those 10 clients, until we've worked with a diverse enough client set. Does that make sense? Oh, did they freeze? They left. No. Let's see.
Zoom just kicked us out. We're back.
That was quick.
Sorry about that.
No
No,
worries.
that was the
Good
big
rich
thing.
internet.
That was the big thing that we were going back and forth on, because like we have no problem saying 10K again. Like
Yeah.
like the financial part and going through any demo or going through a sales close, we're comfortable with the money part.
Yeah.
It's just putting those people in front of us, right? That
Yeah.
make that much, and it acquires that. And your math breakdown helped that even more. So just go demo more of those people.
Yeah, demo more of those people. And then, of course, you can also do something with those too to increase your odds of closing those. So you can pitch the 10K. And if we find that after 3 of those in that industry, we're not closing those, I would go to the 30-day trial and then say, here's what it looks like. Normally we charge $10,000 to set this up. But I'm willing to give you 30 days to try this thing out. And if by day 30 you want to keep it, we'll charge you the setup fee then, or whatever that looks like. So if we can't
Okay.
close them, you could go back to those people and say, hey, I'll give you 30 days free, but pending it works, and it will, then you agree to pay this. And we just have like some sort of simple contract for that.
Okay, because we weren't really niching anything. We were just going after people with those pockets.
Well, we
Yeah.
were niching home services, but
It was
yeah,
just
we
people
were
that
just
could
going
afford the
after-
10K.
Yeah, we were going after people that had a bigger bank account. Just at
Yeah,
that
and
point.
so
Reverse-
and I like that. Don't get me wrong. And if you're strong at sales, that is good. But just the time frame of like close client 60 days ago, 10K, but we're still like sitting at the one client. And again,
Yeah.
no dig.
No.
In that time frame, we probably could have got like 5 clients on like a lower, because we go after the people
Yeah.
not with the big
Okay.
pockets, to build that up. And then when we have a $10,000 a month safety net, shit, swing for the fences. Like, get
Right.
specific. Then now that that's our price, that's all we're taking. Like, I mean, that's when I would have more freedom to be able to like put my foot down and do that. You guys got a
Alright.
big taste of success, like the first client.
Real early,
It does,
yeah.
taint, it does, and I wouldn't say taint. That's probably the wrong word, but like it does make you like, dang, I don't want to do like free work or give trials or like go after these smaller. Like I know what that's like, but
I don't mind doing it, man. I'm more focused on our MRR right now. That's
Yeah.
that's my main goal. So we really enjoy this roadmap. We were just constructively trying to figure out what level we were in, and thank you for the
Thank you.
it's
you for
humbling,
the-
right? Like when I saw it, I was like, dang, people are gonna want to jump around, or like, you guys are a great example. Like got that first client of like, $2,000, $10,000 setup, and it's like not wanting to fit back here at like this point, but if we did though, I mean, you guys would be at $5,000 a month, no problem, with the amount of volume you guys are doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we could have done differently in the last 60 days.
Yeah,
So
but-
that's we take ownership of that. Lessons learned.
100%.
Yeah, either
And
way,
we
I
just
mean, y'all
wanted
are in
to
a good
take this
spot.
roadmap and run with it because we know the systems work. That's all.
Yeah, we appreciate that. So just
Thank
keep us
you.
posted, and let's get it. Let's hit some singles.
Yes, sir.
All right, I got, Scott, let's go. Oh, later, Mike.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for taking a few questions from me. New to
No
the
problem.
group.
Welcome, man. We appreciate you. Here, let's celebrate real quick. Shout out you.
Oh, geez. Yeah. There we go. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I've been at this whole marketing AI or marketing thing for a while, and I haven't gotten much success. So I just want to make sure I get my foot in the right spot, right? Best
Well,
foot
you're in the right
forward.
place, man. Yeah, what you got? What you got?
Perfect. I keep hearing a little bit about, and demoing an AI chatbot, and I was like, well, maybe I just haven't figured out where that video is yet. Like you were saying, oh yeah, I go to a sales call and they just talk, and by the end of it, I'm, demoing this thing that's pre-made for their company, and I'm like, oh, where is that?
I got you here. Let me screen share for you real quick. So in the classroom, it's going to be this famous AI demo on demand.
Okay.
Can you check and see if you have access to that? If not, I'll make sure you have access to it real quick.
Okay, I do. Perfect.
Okay, cool. So that set that thing up, because that's going to go hand in hand with this these scripts. So essentially, you're going to set up your demo on demand, and then you're going to ask the questions on this script, and there's going to be a point where you fill in what they say as their response. There's going to be a form you fill out like while you're on the call. So it looks like you're taking notes, but you punch in a few things into this form. You put their phone number in, and then it literally demos it. It is.
So I'm
beautiful.
asking the questions. I already went through that video that you're talking about with the 10 questions or whatever. So when they answer, I'm typing it into the bot.
Correct. And there's
Yeah,
not 10 questions or things you'll have to fill out. Here, I'll show you. I got the. Here, I'll show you. I just recorded a video for this. So, we find this. And you got A2P set up on your agency account?
I do. That was another question I wanted to ask. Because I'm an entrepreneur and I keep taking left turns, changing names of companies and ideas and all these different things. The new adventure is AIBizInspection.com is what I wanted to call my talent agency,
Okay.
or not talent, but my agency. And I've been using Coach Scott King, which is my name, and like not many, again, 5 years, no one's bought anything from me. So, can I do, like, I don't know, like, what would you recommend?
I mean, you can just go
If I was like, hey, I'm Coach Scott King, and they were like, yeah, who the hell is this guy? Or and when I went to Dallas, they were like, oh yeah, you should be AI biz instructor. Well, no, the girl was like, I'm an AI biz architect or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I came up with AI biz inspection, where we could just tell them where AI is not working in their business and just,
Either one. I mean, Coach Scott King is perfectly fine. And if people ask to get a little more granular than that, it's like, I'm Coach Scott King. I'm an AI consultant. I help businesses, install AI solutions. For everybody here, like the name matters less than you guys think it does. And I'm not saying that in like a
Sure.
mean way or anything like that. I used to obsess over like the name and the logo, and then it's like I would spend all this time building all this branding just to find out, okay, we're not doing anything with that, or nobody cared. So in part of like the roadmap, I say just like Jeff Lopez Consulting is like perfectly fine to start. Nobody cares about like the business name itself while you're getting going. They only care that you can solve their problem. So Coach Scott King, I mean, that has a nice little ring to it. It's like,
Perfect.
I'm an AI consultant. So real quick though, on the form, once you get this demo on demand set up, it looks like this. So, I mean, there's a few things, like you'll already know their industry, so you'll probably have that pre-filled out before you get on the call. Business name, you'll have that pre-filled out. And then all you're doing is there's like 4 questions here. So like demo their most popular service, you'll put that in here. So like if there's a detailer, they might say ceramic coating. What's the qualifying question? And then you'll send it to them, and it'll literally demo itself. You could do voice or you can do chat. But yeah, you fill that out while you're on the call. I mean, there's only 3 things that you're technically listening for to fill out and put in there.
Sure.
That will blow their mind. I mean, that thing's prompted so well on the back end. It's scary how good that thing is.
And I have one final question. Is there like a video series of, oh, you should have this in line and this is a snapshot, and like I know you have a roadmap, but is there like a, oh, make sure this is in play before you do anything too crazy, like
Well, actually, have you gone through the roadmap videos one by one?
not all of those. No, I'm like 36% on whatever the client closers toolkit, and then the start here. I did like the first video. Because I think
so,
in that video you were like, stop what you're doing and go over here. I'm like, okay.
Sorry, man. Yeah, let me stop. So start here. I need to name it better because start here sounds like it's like almost optional. I just added this roadmap in here. So
And there's another question too. Like each one of those videos under there is like an hour each. So I should go through every one.
Well, actually, real quick. So the live calls, and maybe I need to separate this stuff better. You don't have to go through these right here. Like the live calls, these are just like the replays of these calls right here. However, this little hand guy, I would watch this. And honestly, you're going to fall into either 0, 1, or 2 levels. So like you could literally just watch these 3, and they're probably like 20 minutes each. So maybe an hour total time. This will help you kind of self-identify exactly where you're at, which I'm guessing you're either 0 or 1, which is perfectly fine. But it will tell you exactly what you need to get set up and get talking to people. Because I mean, once you get talking to people, that's where the magic's going to happen for you, especially if we're just like focusing on selling either conversational AI or voice AI receptionist. But these would be the only 2 videos that I would check out first. And then if you're beyond level 1, then level 2. But other than that, I don't think you're going to be on that. And then I do understand how it's a little unclear here as far as like all these videos, but anything that has a little recording by it, that's optional if you want to watch it afterwards, like when these videos go up, like if you weren't live. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm pretty proficient with everything. It's just, getting that one client or whatever. My company is doing good, but I haven't been able to do the online marketing thing.
Okay. I promise you, level 1 and 2 is go through level 0 just to make sure you have everything in line there.
Sure.
And then level 1 and 2, if you self-identify as far as like what you need to do in those actions, you'll have conversations, and I can't promise any level of results, but I'd be very impressed in a negative way if you weren't able to get a client after talking to the 10 people from level 1 or 2.
I'm doing stuff for free now. I couldn't even get the guy to let me do it for free. I was like, he didn't understand my qualifications. I was like, oh, I can do all this stuff for you. Then he was like, well, can you do Google SEO? I'm like, no, I do the operational part. I'm like, I'll do it for free. Just give me a video that says I care about you.
No, so with you in particular, I would focus on the conversational AI or the voice AI receptionist, which is probably my advice to everybody here. But and I would go after people whether it's in your Rolodex. Have you seen the casual convos video? I know you see your 30.
I've only watched. I think I'm not even a week old in the group.
Yeah, no, you just joined extremely recently. So, okay, my advice for you in particular here is agency roadmap. I'd watch 0, 1, and 2, and then from there, client closers toolkit. There is this script, which it sounds like you've already watched this.
That's the only thing I think in there.
Okay.
That part. Yeah.
Make sure you get your demo on demand set up. And then right here is probably where you're going to live, because this will coincide with level 1 and 2 of you having the right conversations with the right qualified people. And this will make sure that those conversations stay on task. You're going to kind of pre-frame before you get on that call correctly with these scripts. And then it'll present you the opportunity to do the demo and hopefully not go off task where they're asking for all these different things. This is what netted us our biggest clients to date and got us into insurance and roofing from like my existing Rolodex. One of the guys was even like roofer I hadn't talked to since high school. Like I'm 37 years old. Like it's been a hell of a long time since I was in high school. And we were able to get into roofing because of that whole script right there. So I think that will be very useful for you.
Would you recommend me to do ads for outreach or?
Nope. I'd start with the casual convos first. Master having that conversation with that script. I know it sounds boring and like very mundane. I promise you, if you have 10 conversations where it goes and you ask those questions and you give a demo, I would just be mind blown if you don't end up with a client, or at least a trial that's willing to like give you a shot.
Okay.
So start there. Yeah. And then ask questions in the group,
Sir,
man.
yes,
Like we
sir.
got you either or. So
Appreciate you.
no problem, man. No problem.
Bye.
All right. I got Wadner, and then I got Kathy, then Sandy, then Carlene, Steven. All right. Wadner, what we got, brother?
Hey Jeff, thank you very much for taking my question here.
Oh, no problem at all.
So I related with you because on the first video I saw about you, you were talking about detailing. I did detailing for 15 years, so
Oh, damn,
it was
nice.
perfect. In the last month, we went ahead and reset up our detailing company. We set up the chat box, everything. We got it up and running, and now it's time for us to start reaching out to other detailers to offer this service, right?
Yeah.
And so we have the snapshot, we got everything. My question to you is, because I need a shortcut, is what were you particularly looking for when it came to detailers that might give you the idea that they would be interested on this service?
Easy. Kind of what I showed earlier. So let me find this real quick. I think I still have it pulled up. Honestly, detailers, I'm searching PPF and ceramic coating specifically because people doing detailing, I mean, details are a couple $100, maybe $500-600 if they're doing big SUVs, stuff like that. Not necessarily my clientele, but if they're doing ceramic coating or PPF, they got an average ticket of $2,000 to $6,000. And specifically, detailers that are running ads and for wraps or for ceramic coating or PPF, these are some great ones to go after. So like I'll look and find like, PPF, or let's just say coating. I might be searching too much in one. Let me see if I can pull something real quick though. But I'll find these guys that are running ads. A couple things with detailers that are running ads. Like I said, average ticket $2,000. But if they're spending money on ads, they want to grow. And I guarantee you, anybody that's running ads for detailing, they're maybe converting 2 out of 10 people. So they're quote unquote leaving a lot of money left on the table. And I get to reach out to these guys and say, hey, man, I see you're running ads. Like, as one detailer to another, like, I know what the grind's like. Like, you're getting leads because your ads are good, but you're probably not converting more than a couple of these people. I got a new tool we built as a detailer for detailers that'll help you turn more of those leads into actual ceramic coating jobs, man. You got 10 to 15 minutes. I'd love to show you it. No pressure. Let's talk soon. I mean, that's literally like my whole spiel, start to finish, what I would do with these detailers. I mean, this is perfect. This looks just like the detailer shop right beside us. This is cool.
Nice.
But again, these guys, if they're spending money on advertising, great detailer to go after. They're already growth minded, and I guarantee you they're converting maybe 20% of the leads that are coming through.
Now, I already, because we started this morning doing this, I already ran through my 5 looms that I can send on Facebook group. So as far as like doing on Google Maps, what were you particularly looking for there?
Whoops, good question. Here, let me show everybody this because I don't know that I have a video on that, like a full video. So ceramic coating, Miami, Florida. So you can search, and again, so this one's a little different, but sponsored car ceramic coating. So these guys, this is a great one. Obviously, Miami's a great market. Miami, California, great weather all year round, lots of supercars. But if they're sponsored listings or high on the map pack, these are typically good because, again, you can see these guys have a ton of traffic because they're getting a lot of reviews. And then the people that are paying for placement here, same type of thing. And then I wouldn't reach out on Facebook. I would just shoot them an email, but I'd do the same thing. I'd probably go to their website in particular, rather than, a Facebook page. And then I would shoot
See the message there as well.
Yeah, you can
That little message
button?
button? Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a form fill type of thing. So so you can
They're probably paying for that, so they would probably get mad if you're sending it through there.
Well,
okay.
I don't know that they get mad, but it'd probably be best served as like an email going to them. And I would reach out and just say, what type of ceramic coating you guys use? They're going to say like Ceramic Pro, Boss Gloss, Sencha, whatever. And then as soon as they respond, I would just dry send that message just like I would through Facebook Messenger.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you very much. Oh, one last question.
No
so I'm talking to my friend. I was going through my Rolodex. He's a manager at a salad shop, something like Mad Greens here, but out in LA.
Okay, yeah.
And the guy owns 11 of them. We talked. We went through the demo. It was really nice. He was super stoked about it. But what really pushed him back was the fact that, well, we just started the company. So he sent me a text message. He's like, hey, I really like the product and everything, but unfortunately, let's touch base when you've grown a little bit more and you got a few other restaurants in your repertoire, right? And my friend spoke to the manager. Manager told him that he was willing to give us a shot, but he wanted to try the service out for 6 months for free, and then he would pay us a deposit. Right at 6 months, I was like, I mean, he'll pay us on. He said he was willing to pay us on a monthly, our monthly fee of $700. But at the 6 months is when he would pay us for the
The
deposit
setup
if
fee.
everything worked out. Yeah.
So he'd
Yeah.
pay the monthly recurring though, just fine?
Yeah, he was fine with that. He just wanted to pay the deposit 6 months later.
I would just get it on a contract. I do that deal all day. I mean, especially if you're like early getting started and then you get the opportunity to work with like a big franchise or like multiple locations like that, because the leverage that you would have as far as leveraging those results to get others behind that, I mean, that's probably worth it. Just contract it. I mean, it would be, okay, cool. No offense, man. I love you. Trust you. I just got to do this, do our due diligence. So me and my team are protected, even if it's just you, but that way it looks like partners are involved. So you have to do things by the book. So I think they'd appreciate that.
How would you set it up as far as there being 11 stores?
I would set up one and focus on that one for 30 to 45 days to make sure it's fine-tuned. Once it's fine-tuned, it's almost like a copy and paste situation, but you never want to do multiple locations at once unless you have like a polished product that already works. So we'll phase it out. We'll do the trial client first to make sure it's good. Then we'll probably like add 3 to 5 locations, and then we'll do the rest, if that makes sense, over the course of like 90 days.
And every location would get its own sub account?
I would do it that way. Yeah. So yeah, I would do it that way. That way they can independently manage these calls, and because that could get messy if they're all in one sub account, different locations, food orders. That could be pretty messy if they weren't.
Yeah, his main concern was he has his staff constantly answering phones about what's the soup of the day. So as long as the AI could take care of that, and also people that had put in their resume for employment with the company, that's what his main focus was. It wasn't even so much about taking orders or anything. It was more about like relieving his people from doing the mundane work.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, yeah, it should be pretty easy to do that. But either way, just because like you're new to it and then that's a new use case for you, and that's a new use case for us too, like restaurants, I would just, again, make sure that we get it down, make sure there's no hiccups, run it for a sustained amount of time, like, 2 weeks of it just not messing up whatsoever, no tweaks are needed. Then copy and paste it to the others, because the last thing you want is 11 locations, minor modifications times 11 is god dang headache.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, listen, thank you very much for all the work you do here, and thanks for taking my questions. Appreciate
no problem, man. Appreciate you. Keep us posted on that. That's pretty cool.
Will do. Thank you.
Yep. Later. All right, let's see. Kathy. Let's see. Add spotlight. Got Sandy, Carlene, Steven, Sonia. Let's go. All right, what you got, Kathy?
So I have a quick question. I know you said for people running ads, you're looking for somebody who's getting like, I don't know, 50 leads a month or something like that. Is there like, for someone who's running just like organic traffic, would you kind of shoot for the same numbers? Or like, what's the lowest you would go to be able to implement something like an AI receptionist or a chatbot for a business if they're like maybe not doing paid ads yet, but want to?
So great question. And I was thinking about this earlier when somebody had asked about the lead quantity. So paid ads, I don't necessarily have like a number, 50 or 100. Like the 50 would be like, I just want somebody that's, leaving at least probably like $40,000 to $50,000 a month on the table each month. So that could be by way of, if one deal is worth $10,000 and somebody's getting 10 leads that they're not converting per month, if I can convert 10%, like I'm pretty confident that I could help them squeeze one more out of that. That'd be somebody I'd probably talk to. So in thinking about it a little bit more after that question earlier, it'd probably be like revenue-wise, what's being left on the table each month. And as long as that number was like no less than 30,000, but probably 40,000 or more, then I'm pretty confident I can help them, pull 10% of that revenue being left on the table, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd feel pretty confident with that with most people. So does that help? So, I mean,
Yeah.
again, $4,000 deal, they're leaving at least, 10, 20 people that are opting in and not moving forward. all I got to do is get them one and it's $4,000. That absolutely justifies my pricing. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm asking because I kind of am niching like locally, sort of. Just that's kind of my focus right now. So I have talked to all different kinds of business owners. So I'm just trying to get a feel for what the parameters should be for me to say, yeah, this would be great for you or not. So that's very helpful. Thank you.
yeah, and again, just to reiterate, so I can hopefully better articulate this for everybody, is as long as again we're working with like comma clients, they charge at least $1,000 for their service. I mean, they don't have to have a ton of leads for it to make sense to hire us for a $300, $500 a month service. I just like the odds being in my favor. Like, so, you know, if they're getting 20 leads and I convert one, that's 5%. I have to help them increase conversion by 5%. And then because they charge so much, if they charge $2,000 and I only charge 400, if I just get them 5% better results, they make 5 times what they're paying me. Like, that's just an easy yes for them to say. So I would just economically, if money is being left on the table, and if it's likely that I could get 10% of those, or at least one person to move forward, then it makes sense for me. So
yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
no problem. I'm gonna probably sit with that one. I'll probably have a better way to explain that here in the next week. But I think everybody gets it. I just feel like it could be clearer. Awesome. All right, Sandy. Let's see.
Hey, quick question. I don't know if it's okay to ask here, but in the free trial thing, you had mentioned that we get a Go High Level account. I lost my partner, and it was his account that I was using for the demos. And I don't want to start a 30-day trial without having someone. So how do we get the, the sub account so that I can set things up for myself so I can at least demo and then swap over to the
Gotcha.
30?
Charles has a link and by the way, so we actually decided we're not going to give out sub accounts, but I will honor that for you since you were in here before we changed that policy. But Charles has a link where you fill it out and then it'll give you a sub account under one of our white labels. So we'll do that and you'll be the last person we let through the door for that. So let me actually text Charles right now so I don't forget to get that link for you.
Yeah, I got a client and he felt he should get 40%, even though I did everything on the setup just because I was using his Go High Level. And so that didn't work.
If you end up liking that deal, I'll do that deal all day long. You can use as many sub accounts as you want of ours if we get.
I do all the work and give you 40% of it. Okay, sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Well, at least you're providing training. I would do that with you all day because I'm getting value. He's just not doing it. Anyway, the other question I had has escaped me, but that's the main thing I wanted to ask. I'll put it in the group if I can remember.
Okay,
thanks
I'm
so much.
sorry. I was yapping too much.
No, not you. As long as I can get that and set that up so I can at least do demos, then I hopefully will get somebody to take it and then I can set up the 30-day trial. I just don't want to have an issue where it's lapsing and now I have to cut it off and then I've cut somebody off before their 30-day.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Well then, like I said, message me on school real quick. So that way I can grab your email address and everything and send that to Charles so he can get that link to you before the end of the day.
Great. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Carlene, and then I got Steven, and then I got Sonia. Let's see. Add spotlight. Boom. There we go. Carlene, what you got?
Hey, right. So being very positive here, let's say tomorrow or the next day, I get my first trial, client.
Yeah.
How do I onboard that person? What does the onboarding look like?
I got you. So, in a nutshell, if they say yes, which let's assume they will, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to send you an onboarding form, and then be very particular about, please get that onboarding form to me as quickly as possible so we can get you in queue, or if you have a different term for it over there in the UK, so we can get you in queue, because I do have a few more calls lined up today. I want to make sure we don't take too long, getting yours going. This will give them some urgency to fill out that onboarding form. Now, you specifically, there is a link in. Okay, right now it's in here. In the GHL AI agent library, there is a complete onboarding playbook. Like, no joke, every last question under the sun: how to take payment, which if we're doing a free trial, that's fine; how to send contract, how to collect the right onboarding information. All that stuff is in here. So this will walk you through every step. Now, I know it's kind of a long process here. The biggest thing you're going to need is having the onboarding form set up. So here's an onboarding, how we onboard clients, like the walkthrough. And then this snapshot will give you like the onboarding questionnaire that you send to the client. And you literally just send them a link to that questionnaire. They fill it out. And then you'll have everything you need to like get that process going. And you should be able to follow along on it here. So I know those videos can explain it much better than me because Charles does all our onboarding. But that should have you covered. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Alrighty. I'll
And
look through
Okay.
those, because I don't think it will be as involved as if they're paying. So it's just them completing that form.
Yeah, you're pretty much minus the you're not going to be obviously taking payment initially if we're doing the free trial. And then contractor proposal is more debatable. Like, I mean, you can not, either or is fine. So yeah, you would pretty much just start at the how we onboard clients, and this will walk you through like what that looks like as far as like setting up everything, sending that link out. But if you have the snapshot loaded, that onboarding link and those workflows make everything pretty smooth. The biggest thing is just making sure you get all the information that you need, which we ask every single question needed on that onboarding form. So that way we can fill out for A2P, and that way you can start working on the bot, and that'll also buy you time. And then only other thing, when they say yes, say, awesome, get that onboarding form. As soon as I have that filled out and to me, you'll be in queue. From that point where we have everything we need, we quote 7 to 10 days for it to be up and live to be able to show you. And again, you could do it faster than that, but that'll buy you a week plus time to get it up and running. And then if you have questions each step of the way, you may not have questions about the onboarding form because that's pretty simple, but there might be other questions that come up that I'm not thinking about right now. And that we'll help you every step of the way though.
Got it. So give them like a 3-week leeway. So it will be ready in about 3 weeks, or give them, say, a month and then give it to them in 3 weeks.
You could do that. I would say I'd probably go like 2 weeks.
Got it.
2 weeks max. So like maybe 14 to 20. Honestly, 10 to 14 days would probably be the longest I would say, like before I have something to, show you, like the first rendition or the first version of it. Because you want to move quick enough on a free trial to where they don't lose interest. Because when they don't pay, they're not going to be as invested as if they did pay. And it might get to a point where like, we're all, we're busy at this time. Like you don't want to create that like, oh, it took a little while to get it. Oh, let me get to her when I can. Like, cause I've seen that happen too when they don't pay. So like we do want to have some urgency even though they're not paying. So I'd quote 10 to 14 days max, 7 to 10 days if you wanted to. Also, it'd light a fire under you to get it up and running pretty quick if you did 7 to 10 days.
Absolutely. All righty. That's great. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, spotlight, Steven. And I got Sonia after this.
Hey, boss. I was saving everybody the grief of having to look at me, so I had my camera off for a while.
Well,
okay, so quick question.
Now. Let's see.
There
we go.
Yeah, I should be here. I know that Charles built an incredible tool with the basically demo on demand.
Uh-huh.
But you also have the same capability with the AI sells itself package. And I'm wondering if why you would recommend the demo on demand, because I've been using the AI sells itself, and people are impressed because she can handle anything. I mean, you call her and tell her that you're a cocaine addict and you're trying to get out of whatever, or you've got your toilet just exploded or anything. I mean, I said, have fun with her,
Yeah.
But so why demo on demand? I'm typing stuff in there to make sure that she answers the questions properly. But with AI sells itself, I mean, she can handle everything and I don't have to put anything in there. Why one over the other?
Yeah, so I personally like the demo on demand the best. Reason is when I'm talking to somebody, they don't know that I have like a bot that can show itself for their particular business. So when I'm talking to you and I ask the questions like, hey, Steve, walk me through that process. Somebody sees your ad, they opt in. What do you need to know, to know if I'm a qualified lead? You'd tell me, oh, well, I need to know how soon are they doing this? And I get to punch word for word what you're saying in there. The reason I like this, though, is because when I give that demo and you get a message, hey, it's Chloe from whatever, and then you respond, it comes back and asks the question the exact same way that you did. And I always get more of a wow factor, like, damn, you really do know our business, or it sounds just like us. Like, they really get to see an extension of like, oh my gosh, it did recreate me. It sounds just like me. And that same thing can happen on the AI that sells itself. But I like that it asks the questions that they tell me. It's like, oh yeah, well, you're going to love this then. And then show it, and they're like, dang, like it's spot on. And then I do still tell them, hey, have fun with it. Say something crazy. Don't be easy with it. Try to break it. And then I get the same thing, you know, crazy, crazy stuff that people say. So I get the best of both worlds. Like they get to have fun with it, but they also get to see like, dang, like he anticipated that there was going to be this, because they never know that like I'm building it on the spot. They just know that it sounds just like them word for word almost. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
So
Thanks, boss.
and again, I've just been using it so long. I'm that old dog you can't teach new tricks to. Once I saw it work like the first few times, I'm like, I'm using this as sure as I'm tying my shoes in the morning. Like,
Okay. Appreciate you.
no
Keep
problem.
it up.
Yeah, Jeff, real quick. Also, Sandy mentioned in the chat too that the AI sells itself as just for voice. So if you're doing conversation, then you know the demo on demand is better to have both all the options there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, because that one is only voice. And I will say most time I hop on calls, Steven and anybody, I'm typically demoing conversational AI because most of my like leads or prospects, I've found them running ads, or I'm running ads saying, hey, if you're running ads, spending this much money. And I'm specifically trying to attack their form fills and follow up with their leads from ads. So I'm trying to showcase the conversational AI. And then of course the demo on demand, you can select voice inbound, voice outbound. You out? Later. Voice inbound, voice outbound, or chat. So I can do all three dynamically. So, but thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, Sonia. Let's see.
Hey, how are you?
Outstanding. How are you?
I'm good. And I don't mean to ask like redundant questions that people just
No, that's okay.
ask,
That's okay.
but I have a call tomorrow. So I just got back from this networking event and this guy was at my table. He's he's missing leads. He has no follow-up. I mean, he was like just perfect timing, perfect person. So he already booked a call with me tomorrow. I mean, I went and looked at my phone and I'm thinking maybe next week or so. No, dude, he's booked in the morning.
Oh, he's hot already. Yeah.
He's hot, he's ready. So my question is, I wanted your professional opinion, best way to close him tomorrow, collect payment. I'm not worried about the technical stuff because I'm already partnered with Craig. I just do the front end, I get all the sales. Craig will take care of the back end. I just need to do what I need to do tomorrow. So are you saying demo on demand is going to be the best way to?
It is the only thing I will ever use ever, unless Charles builds something newer that I like better. But like,
okay, so when I get on the call with him, I'm gonna have it pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there a script? I know that we have all this in the classroom, but I don't want to go fishing for stuff. I just need a specific thing.
All right, here. So the two things you're going to need, make sure you have demo on demand set up, test it.
It's all set up. Yeah. I've already used it plenty of times. It's done.
Yeah, client conversion script. So literally it's in Client Closers Toolkit under section 2. Client conversion script.
Client closers. I'm pretty sure I have this.
Yeah, you do. Here, I'll send
no, I mean, no, I already downloaded it. No. I'm saying I already have this. But it's been a while and I just need to be really specific tomorrow. So I have that already in my Google Drive. I know I do. And then Craig and I just tweaked my demo on demand last week. Everything's working. So I just have to put the information in there when I'm talking to him.
That's it. Yeah. And let me see here. I got all kinds of stuff here. So, I mean, this is literally what it looks like. I screen shared this showing what it looks like. So demo on demand, you're filling this thing out. Biggest tip I can give you is when you fill this out, you're asking them, okay, hey, how do you qualify leads, or what questions are you asking? You're listening, and then of course putting this in here. I'm not sharing screen or anything. This is like I'm taking notes, like they can't see my screen.
Right.
Filling this stuff out, I'll get their phone number, and then it'll send that message, which will look just like this. Hey, this is Chloe with their business name. Now, the biggest thing is like, okay, did you get that message? Can you read that out loud to me? Okay, perfect. So, you sell life insurance. Say, hey, I'm interested in life insurance. Just text that real quick and that'll kick things off. And then let me know when you send that. Okay, you sent it. And again, even if I can see everything on my side, I'm like, okay, let me know when she responds. And again, I'm saying she. So I need my car ceramic coated. And I'm like, oh, she responded. Okay, what did she say? And I'm acting like I don't know, like I'm on the edge of my seat. So
I'm going to do voice AI though. This is text.
Okay, well, if you're doing voice, it should still send him a text, and then he'll probably call it. So preface him before you do the call. Just say, okay, you should get a message. Now here in a second, when you get that message, I'll have you call the number. But before you call it, I just want you to, It's going to answer, say, what do you need? Tell it you're looking for life insurance or whatever his business is. And then after that, she's going to ask some qualification questions, probably similar to the ones you just told me, but have fun with her. Like, you know, if you get people that ask some very interesting questions or very specific questions, don't hesitate to ask those questions. I want to kind of, you know, see how this responds so I know what else we need to tweak to make sure it works for you. So I kind of preface it to make sure that they don't just give like easy yes and no or simple answers. And then I'll just sit there, and this is going to be the hardest part for most people. While they're on it, hey, put it on speakerphone if you don't mind when you call her. I'll be quiet, but I just want to hear how it responds. And then I'm literally like, you know, just sitting there like, oh. Well, and then, like if I told them to have fun, they say something like, oh. Like I'm literally making faces or like, oh, okay. And like, so again, I'm kind of like stoking the fire. They're like, hey, this thing is working pretty really well. And then after they hang up, I'm like, what'd you think so far? And then of course they'll have their thing to say. And that was only after like the 5 to 10 minutes we've been talking, or like, you know, since meeting you at the networking event. Can you imagine once I train this thing on your actual business for the next couple of weeks? Cool. And then I just roll right into that close. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, price, right? And then just go right into there. And so again, it's textbook like that. The part where I see it gets awkward for most people is the demo. Make sure you like tell them or preface it before they make the call, because you can't change anything while they're on the call. Otherwise it'll mess up the demo, because Zoom, you know, the phone will hear you. And then after that, like I said, just make sure you're like, you look engaged. Don't just sit there on the phone while they're on the phone or anything, or like you literally got to look like, good one.
Right. So my goal is what I wanted to ask you. Okay. So after I do the demo on demand and everything, I'm really going to try to close him and get him to pay tomorrow.
Yep.
That's the goal. And
Yeah.
So do I just tell him that I'll send an invoice over?
Take
Once
invoice
it's
on the call.
paid, then he'll get the onboarding and he'll get an agreement from me. Isn't that how you usually
Correct.
do it?
Yeah. I take payment first. If you send an agreement or proposal, they always need time to look at
Right.
it. They wait to pay
All
you.
that. Right.
And then Denise is the only one I've seen where she got payment first and they're actually waiting, or who's waiting to go through the contract? Somebody's waiting to go through the contract or something. No, okay, it wasn't you, sorry. But yeah, collect payment first. So if he's like ready to go, as it sounds like he is, you know, mind's blown, here's the price, I like it, awesome. We'll tell you what, I got another couple of calls lined up. If you're ready to go, I can go ahead and process the payment now and get you the onboarding form before we get off the call so we can get you in queue for our team. I would go with that route if he's like really eager. If he's like, oh no, wait, okay, well here, real quick, I'm gonna get this over to you. Can you check your email? I wanna make sure you get this invoice link. Just confirm that you got it. Now do me a favor, take care of that today as soon as you can. Only reason why, and I'm not trying to pressure you, I have a few more calls lined up today and I wanna get this thing up and running for you, and we do it based on when they come into the system. So take care of that so I can get that onboarding form to you. And again, so I kind of gloss over that and I'll go right into now, very important. Once the onboarding form comes to you, it's going to sound intimidating. It's like 20, maybe 25 questions on there, but it's simple stuff. Business name, hours, stuff like that. Get that back to me as quick as possible, because I'm going to tell my team to prioritize yours so we can get this up and running as quick as possible. But I need to get it in before anybody else gets their onboarding form in. So if you could do that for me, it'll be great for both of us. And again, it's like you're taking care of them, you're prioritizing them, you're rushing them, but it also is like, okay, pay that and then get right to this. So the focus is on getting the onboarding form, so you get faster payment that way.
Okay. Yeah. Because just this past weekend, he went to a cheerleading or soccer or something with his daughter. They missed over 5 calls. And yeah, I mean, this is like on
Kids
his.
are really expensive these days.
They do. He does insulation,
Yeah, okay.
koala insulation, which is like home spray foam insulation, all kind of home installation is what they
Okay.
do.
Yeah, there's money
All
to be
right.
made there, so it's costing him a lot to
And
not have your service.
he's not complaining about leads. He's got plenty of leads. So whatever he's doing is working, but he is definitely missing calls and he has no follow-up. And it might just be weekends and, you know, after hours or whatever. Okay. All right. So I'll get in that client closer tool. I'll look at that and I'll have the demo on demand set up for my call. And anything else I need?
Nah, you got this. I mean, you're a seasoned veteran at this. You got this. So yeah, don't
Okay.
overthink it. Have fun with them. Only other thing I can say, like for anybody doing demos, is be prepared. Like if for some reason and I'm not saying this to like scare you, be prepared. Like if the demo doesn't respond properly, because that has happened to me a few times on a call. The first time it happened out of the blue, like it had worked flawlessly for like 10 times. And I was like, what happened? And, but again, so like be ready to roll with it. Even if something says funny, like just keep your facial expressions neutral or like still excited, like, oh, okay. Like, and again, I'm like, okay. And then when they get off, like, how is
It's
that?
only
That just
20% done. I mean, I built
exactly
this in
like
like 15 minutes.
exactly. So again, be ready to say that type of thing. Like it's no
Yeah, I
big
mean,
deal.
like
So
imagine if, once you're paid and I'm customizing it to your business, it's gonna operate perfectionally. It's gonna be
exactly.
perfection.
You
Yeah.
got this.
Okay,
You got
cool.
this. So just keep me posted. I want to hear about it. So let me know
All
how it
right.
goes.
Yeah, I know. I've been off of the calls for a while, but I've been busy trying to close deals. So
Let's get it.
all righty. Thank you.
No problem. All right, real quick. I got Patricia, and then I want to get the picture in real quick after Patricia, real quick, guys. Let's see here. Remove spotlight. All right, Patricia, what do you got?
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for my call. I apologize for my voice. I'm having strep throat, so hopefully I'm able to speak clearly enough for you to understand me.
I got you so far. So
Great. So I'm taking a note from Carlene's book and making cold calls, and I'm liking it.
nice. Okay.
Interestingly, yeah. So I've got this person I spoke with last week, and I really want to do the voice AI and chat AI as my core offerings.
Mhm.
But this person is new to business, although he's been preparing taxes for 30 years. So now he's starting off on his own, and he doesn't even have a website. So he wants a website, which is not something I'm at all used to. I barely about put my website together with a template from GHL.
Uh-huh.
So how do I go about this?
One of two ways. So I'm sure GHL has a template for tax professionals, and from somebody that does not have a website, the GHL templates are actually pretty good. You could start there and use something like that as like a very simple way to do things. Somebody else just said Lovable, which you could vibe code one. Now, the other thing you can do is if you charge enough, like I don't know what you plan on charging.
I don't have a clue. You could
you don't have a
advise
clue? Okay.
me.
Well, so it depends on like what his clients are worth. Like, and you'll find that out on the call with like use the scripts, like the client conversion scripts, because then you'll see like, what is a new tax, client worth to you? That might be the way to put it or not. But they might tell you, oh, $300 a tax return, or I'm looking for long-term clients that for bookkeeping that pay on, on average, whatever this is. So that way we have a feel for what they're charging. Because if we could charge, couple $1,000 to set this thing up, which I don't think is uncommon in the tax profession. Like you should be able to charge a couple $1,000 to install this plus a monthly fee. But that would also allow you to then, throw in a website as a motivator to move them forward. And then it would give you, like, if you wanted to spend $500 to $1,000 to hire somebody to make a website for you using GHL, you could do it that way too. But again, so the two options there is you can build a simple one with probably a template that's in GHL and is probably good enough for somebody that does not have a website. And honestly, I mean, the templates in GHL are getting better and better with Gustin, helping with that stuff. So you could do that, or as long as you charge enough, you would have some money to be able to go and then hire somebody to build that website for them. But I would use it as like a fast action bonus. Like if they move forward, and I know you said you're starting out on your own and you don't have a website yet. So if you want to move forward with the AI or our assistant, we'll actually throw in a free, 2-page website for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. That's very helpful. Thank you, Jeff.
Let's see. And then Steven said, exactly. And Sandy said the same thing. Yeah, if you sign up today, I'll throw in a website. Andy is a gentleman. I think I saw him get on the call earlier. So Andy's been doing the same thing. Like he's built websites quite a bit, but he started using it as like, if you buy the AI, I'll throw in a free 3-page website. And like he's been closing clients like that. And then Steven said, DM him in school. Let's see here. Oh, wow. So he says he can build a custom website for pretty cheap. So Steven has a referral if you need somebody to build that website for you too. And
cool. I'll do
good job on
that.
cold calling though. And you like it. So I don't like cold calling that much. So I applaud you for that. Like, and that's cool. So keep doing that. I guess get through the strep throat. Did you get strep throat from cold calling?
I don't know. This is my second round in 3 weeks. This is my second round of antibiotics. I don't know what this is, but cold calling is interesting. You get a lot of no's, and then at least you get someone to talk to, which improves my mental resiliency towards sales. I like it.
It does make it all worth it when you get that person that's actually receptive to what you're saying, and then you're like,
Yes.
okay, this isn't so bad. So
yes, thank you, Jeff, for everything.
No problem at all. And then keep us posted. Ask questions in the community. There are some really great people that can point you in the right direction. Andy is the first person that comes to my mind, though, as far as like he's doing almost exactly what you might present to this guy. Like I said, the AI, and then throwing in that three-page website. So he might have some insight on, you know, how he's structuring those if you want to ping him.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
Cool. No problem. All right, guys and gals, real quick, let's turn on cameras. Let's snap this picture. I should have done it earlier when everybody else was on here, so I'll give it a few minutes to let everybody get on. As we're waiting for cameras to turn back on, for anybody that was later, or I guess we got started a little early, I'm moving my calls to Mondays. Charles is moving his calls to Wednesday, so my call will be on this coming Monday. Charles will be on Wednesday. That way we can accommodate people that couldn't reach one or the other. And we'll probably switch that once or twice a year, just so everybody knows. So, all right, give you guys 10 more seconds to get on camera here. Let's see. Seems like every time we go to take a picture, it's like one or two more people pop up. Okay. All right, so for those that are new, we typically take like a, you know, peace sign, thumbs up, you know, class photo, kind of, you know, just simple photo, and then we make like a crazy face on the second one. So let's get that regular one in for, see, here come the lates. Let's see here, hang on. Let's get these cameras connected here. All right. Oh, hang on, one more. Lori, Raven, come on. All right, there we go. All right, real quick, the 3, 2. All right, guys, now make a crazy face. Let me grab some confetti or something like that. So let's have some fun on this one. All right, 3, 2. All right, you guys are freaking rock stars. That's all I got for today. So if you guys need anything, obviously use the community to your advantage. We got some rock stars in here. I think today's Q&A was incredible. So anybody you know that was on here for the whole time, I think there's a lot of great info shared. You guys now have the roadmap, and as soon as I get off the call, I'm going to unlock the new levels of the roadmap in the Start Here section. All of you guys should be able to self-identify where you're at and how to get to the next level, and it should be very clear. And of course, if you have questions on top of that, let us know. Vincent, I got you on the question only because I saw you were engaged the whole time. What you got, brother?
Real quick, Jeff, where can we find an interview you did with Danny Harris?
Interview with Danny Harris. Let me find that. That is a good question. I think somebody else asked for that this week. Ian, do you know where the interview with Danny Harris is? Vincent, we'll make a post here within the next 30 minutes. We'll just post it in the community, and then I'll tag you on it. Does that work?
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate you. All right, guys and gals, go out there, crush it. Jamal, go charge a little more, spend some more money on ads. Let's turn this thing up. Let's get it. So I appreciate y'all. Blake and Alexis, let's double, triple that MRR like ASAP. So Denise, work through the highs and lows. It's part of the game, but you're doing it. So let's get it. And Sonia, let me know how it goes tomorrow. So, all right, see you guys.